Hello and welcome to Haunted Montreal's Spooky Story Sessions. I'm your host, Holly Rhiannon, and today I'm going to tell you about Villa Maria School. Here at Haunted Montreal, we bring you ghost stories in both English and French every Saturday. Before we get into today's story, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you get notified every time we've got a new tale to share. And hey, if you're already subscribed, thank you. It feels like I'm being haunted by a very benevolent spirit, and I'm here for it. Now let's get into your weekly dose of creepy. Villa Maria is a prestigious private school nestled into the western base of Mount Royal. Educating girls since 1854, it is one of Montreal's oldest schools, and also one of its most haunted. Schoolgirls enrolled at Villa Maria have been whispering about the hauntings for decades, often to the disapproval of the religious officials who were once involved in the school's administration. Despite the school offering a more secular education these days, the hallowed halls are still said to be haunted by various ghosts. Our story begins in 1795 when Lord James Monk, Chief Justice of Lower Canada, purchased the estate where Villa Maria now resides from the de Carey family. He ordered a Palladian-style villa to be built on the property in 1804, which he affectionately called Monklands. Following the death of Sir James Monk, his niece, Elizabeth Ann Monk, inherited the property. She, in turn, leased it to the Crown as a residence for the Governors-General of Canada. So the building was modified to make it appear more luxurious and imposing. 3 Governors-General resided at Monklands: Sir Charles Metcalfe, Lord Cathcart, and finally, Lord Elgin. Why only 3? Well, the decision was made to convert the property into a hotel in 1849 following a dangerous episode in April of that year that upset Lord Elgin and his pregnant wife. Lord Elgin had passed the Rebellion Losses Bill in the Canadian Parliament, spurring an angry mob of Conservative Party radicals to action. These radicals threatened to burn down Lord Elgin's home with his pregnant wife in it. However, with the mob, cooler heads prevailed, and after much debate, the rioters chose to burn down Parliament instead, which at the time was located in what is now Old Montreal. The dangers faced by Crown politicians in Montreal were real and ever-present, prompting Queen Victoria to relocate Parliament to Ottawa a few years later. Canadian Governor-Generals have been living there ever since. And so, after this incident, the residence was converted to Monklands Hotel, which could best be pictured as a country inn. Set on the bucolic slopes of Mount Royal, it catered to those traveling between Montreal and villages to the north. However, this was short-lived as well, operating for only 5 years before closing. One rumor suggests that the hotel had developed a salacious reputation as a place where romantic affairs could unfold in complete discretion and secrecy, which alarmed the Monk family, as well as the religious authorities in the city. In 1854, the Notre Dame congregation brought an end to the Monklands Hotel. The Catholic organization purchased the estate to open a boarding school for girls. They renamed it Villa Maria, and the school began to imbue a very Christian education that was taught exclusively by nuns and clergy in the beginning. Courses ranged from academic to spiritual, and included everything from English, French, the art of conversation, and arithmetic to meditation, examination of conscience, and Bible study, which was seen to encourage spiritual discipline. The curriculum also included the arts, drawing, sewing, painting on porcelain, as well as harp and piano lessons. Students even had access to a telescope to study celestial bodies and astronomy. However, despite this rich and religious curriculum, students also received a lesson in the paranormal if they listened to the persistent rumors or experienced anything uncanny. Linda de Silveira, a former Villa Maria student, now works at the school. She has taken a keen interest in the ghosts that haunt the place and was interviewed in the Montreal Gazette in 2015 about the alleged paranormal activities that unfold at Villa Maria. She described one prominent story about a rope in the original building that dangles from the second floor above the main hall, with a school bell attached to the end of it. According to legend, back in the days of the Monklands Hotel, a man was having a passionate affair with a married woman who he brought there for a romantic tryst. The woman, fearing she would be caught, hastily abandoned the man at the hotel one night. Devastated, his mind darkened and he became forlorn. That night, he hanged himself with a rope. It is said now that at the time of his hanging, which was 11 p.m., oftentimes you can see the rope moving, and the chime of a bell will sound like the agonized cry of a dying man. Students and teachers alike refer to this rope as the hanging rope. De Silveira also has a theory about the paranormal activities that happen on the 4th floor of the school. Lots of staff and students through the years will tell you that weird stuff happens on this floor all the time. As stated by De Silveira, you'll be sitting there and suddenly a gust of cold wind will come out from nowhere. The lights will turn off. It sounds like someone is walking across the room, even though you're the only one there. Some of the teachers have even reported hearing disembodied laughter. Apparently, these strange activities might be related to a student named Lillian Stubbs, who boarded there during the late 1870s. According to the tale, Lillian longed to return home to Texas for the summer holidays, but unfortunately contracted cholera, a deadly and contagious disease. Due to the risk of infecting others, Lillian was kept quarantined in the school for the summer and kept under the care and supervision of the nuns. Despite being cared for by the nuns and Mother Superior, Lillian was unable to ward off the cholera and died in a Spartan bedroom in the school in 1880, far away from her family and home. She was buried in the school's crypt July 25, 1880, below a tombstone carved with an angel. In death, Lillian joined the notable members of the school who had died there previously, including several student victims of smallpox and even one Mother Superior, who died 2 days before Christmas in 1875 during an epidemic. Death continued to stalk the school, and in 1928, 2 more girls perished. One student was only 6 years old when she developed pneumonia following a bout of measles, whereas the other girl died of scarlet fever. Returning to the hauntings, it's been said that during the school year at night, you can hear footsteps running up and down the 4th floor, and you can hear a girl laughing and slamming doors. But during the Christmas holiday, the footsteps go silent, and what you hear instead is weeping. Perhaps the mysterious Yuletide weeping is related to the tragic death of the Mother Superior. It is unknown whether the other paranormal events are related to Lillian Stubbs, or the other girls who succumbed to disease, or some yet undiscovered spirit that haunts the upper floors of the school. Whatever the case, Villa Maria was declared a historic monument in 1951 because of its historical importance and notable residents over the years. More recently, after 161 years of educating girls exclusively, in 2015, school officials decided to switch to a co-ed model. The plan was met with anger by some parents, but officials explained that due to the declining birth rate and language laws surrounding accessibility to education in English in Quebec, the move was necessary. As such, a new generation of school boys joined the girls to study in the hallowed halls of Villa Maria School. One thing is certain, in addition to studying the polished curriculum provided by the school, the new students are also going to learn the old rumors and legends about the ghosts that haunt Villa Maria. Perhaps, with the mixing of the sexes, whole new ghost stories will emerge as the boys begin to explore the nooks and crannies of the historic estate and work their feverish imaginations. Only time will tell. Are you a current or past student who has experienced something strange at Villa Maria? If so, we'd love to hear about it. We always want to know your theories about what could be going on. Thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first video, we do hope you'll stick around for the next one. We post videos in both French and English every Saturday. If you'd like to learn more about the organization founded by Donovan King, it's all listed in the description down below. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We'll have a new video for you next Saturday. But until then, stay spooky.